Kia Ora, guys. Reader the Kiwi here. Tonight, we've got a simple plan. We will be... We'll be playing through the DPS. We're back on Final Fantasy XIV, and we're going to be playing through the DPS role quests. I did think about like playing on another job to get the XP, but ultimately I decided that I feel like the performance is taking a little bit. Not really sure why. Well, actually, I think I know why. Because I turned the is it under character? I think I turned the character limit back up. Streaming. Low detail. Fixed resolution. Hey Xeno. Oh, where was it? Where there was a setting that I lowered there. Why? My God, I am just blanking on the setting. What are you doing right now? I'm looking for a setting that I thought I lowered because the FPS is or put up. FPS is not right. Oh well, it's I can't find it. I think it's fine. Probably be fine. I'm not doing any content or anything. But I'm gonna be playing through the class quest roles. A lot of XP that's gonna be wasted, but actually I can do the first one on a different job actually. Let's just do the first quest on this job, so I'm not wasting all the XP. Alright. Hello there. I take it you've spoken with Brooke in view. Willing to lend a hand? I'm truly grateful. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Shashipa, and I have traveled far from my village in the forest of Dawntrail in search of a brave soul to help us retrieve our stolen treasure. For generations have my people watched over the Dreamweave cocoon, the vessel in which the power of the swallowtail Taral Vidra is sealed. Before its ascension, the swallowtail warded off but warded off would-be predators by assuming the form more threatening. Thanks, man. Assuming the form of a more threatening butterflies, poisonous ones, and the like. Through its skill at mimicry. Though it survived day after day, summer after summer, till the dawn of its great new existence, became capable of taking on the form of any creature which crossed paths. Yeah, this particular class uses a scythe, so I did a glam base off of Ruby from Ruby. Yeah. Glam, by the way, in this game means like transmog stuff. So it survived. Oh yeah, read that. This fearsome power was sealed within the cocoon, and any who possess it command the self-same abilities. Indeed, the wielder too may assume the form of any manner of beast or man they've beheld. Yet this mimicry is not limited to merely physical forms. No, the wielder may replicate the talents and abilities of their target, so long as such actions fall within their kin, that is. In an instant, they may become a master of the hunt, a twin blade-wielding viper, or a savage Barax with claws and fangs to gut whomsoever they please. It is this power which has protected my village from the predators of the forest. Though it grants many boons, the forest contains threats in equal measure. By donning the skins of its most formidable beasts, we've kept ourselves safe for generations. Ah yes, class system. Crewmate and imposter. Among Us. Without the cocoon, my village's very survival is at risk. That is why we have sent our foremost hunter, Itoka, to ensure it is reclaimed. She has never failed to capture her quarry, so I thought she would make short work of this ordeal. Yet there has been no word from her. I fear this hunt may be a hunt she cannot undertake alone. It is for that reason I wish to enlist the aid of one familiar with the lay of the land beyond the Great Sea, and one who prowess in close quarters would complement her expertise with the bow. One of the villagers ran into the thief before he fled, and said he intended to use the cocoon's power in Kugane, which I understand is the name of a large settlement located far to the east. Please take, for the sake of my home, set out for this eastern habitation and assist Itoka with retrieving the cocoon. Leave it to me. Your willingness to aid is most assuring. You have my heartfelt thanks. Upon arriving in the eastern land, search for a Varera woman carrying a bow and dressed in a similar attire to myself. If you visit a tavern like this one, I dare say you may find someone who has seen her. Alright, let's go to Kugane. Alright. East Kugane. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Do, 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 do. That's not what I... My god. There we go. Abuku? That's from Terrell, was it? Sorry, I can't help you. That reminds me though. I heard Terrell has its own local variety of spirits called mezcal. Been meaning to taste it myself for an age now. But you have no idea how hard it is to get one's hands on a bottle of it here. Welcome to COZ Hostry. How may I serve you? Searching for someone? As a matter of fact, I do distinctly remember seeing a very old woman that description earlier, but I'm afraid I could not tell you where she may be now. Whoops, that was the wrong button. Bear a woman bearing a bow? Why yes, I do recall such a person. It was hard not to notice her, given how she was peering at every little thing. She came from the distant lands to the west. No doubt Kuragane is quite the unusual sight for her. With any luck, she'll be still where I saw her, in the vicinity of the Sakigami barracks. Dun dun. There she is. This city is simply too large for me to cover alone. Perhaps it's time I returned home. Hello. Come to aid in your search. Okay. Oh, is that right? I'm grateful, but why? I see. The Saspi always was a worrywart. I won't deny I appreciate the help, though. Ascertaining the whereabouts of the cocoon has been no easy task. I managed to secure a room and board in this lodging after arriving in Kagane, and have been using it as a base to track down the thief ever since. I'll tell you all I know. According to an eyewitness from my village, the thief is a middle-aged Huron man. There's a lot of them. That's all we have to go on regarding his appearance. Oh, wow. Okay. Needle in a haystack, eh? Yet, so long as he possesses the cocoon, he can be anyone and anything. An elderly woman trapezing along the street, a child throwing a ball, mayhap even the dog chasing after it. Truth be told, I was nigh at wit's end trying to find him. That is, until I discovered this. A series of unusual squabbles have been occurring around the city. After investigating these incidents, I found one commonality. The instigator in each case inevitably had no recollection of the incident, let alone of inciting it. What's more, eerie accounts circulate amongst the residents. Some folk claim they've somehow seen in two places at once. Based on this, I believe the thief has been using the Dreamweave cocoon to transform into innocence and spread discord throughout the city. Stands to reason we can find him by following the trail of chaos left in his wake. No? And yet, even should we apprehend him, in whatever form he's hidden himself within, there's nothing to stop him from feigning ignorance. Besides a secret remedy, of course. The recipe for an elixir which can forcibly remove the cocoon's enchantment has been passed down in my village for emergencies like this. I made sure to prepare a few vials before taking the voyage here. I need to simply throw the solution at the suspect, and the cocoon's weave of mimicry will unfurl on the spot. That covers everything. Now, what say we see if there's any trouble afoot? The thief undoubtedly would not be far from it. Kind of scary ASMR. Oh, did you hear my drink? Sorry about that. Let me know. Yeah, I got coffee next to me. Coffee. Yeah. Let me know when you're ready. We'll catch them later. I'll try and not drink so close to the mic next time. Ready to set off then? Perfect. I say we begin our search with the markets. I recall a great number of people gathering in Rakruza district, I believe it was called. Alright, she's accompanying me. Dun, 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 dun. To think that all of this was wrought by mortal hands. Remarkable. My people have ever lived in harmony with nature, but it doesn't mean we condemn the ways of those who choose otherwise. In fact, in the brief time I've been exposed to settlements like this, I've come to see such places have their merits too. The regular talk. Rare are the days my people leave the shelter and the bounty found beneath the forest boughs. I was speechless when I first laid eyes on Tulioli, a city with as many people as trees in the forest, and Kugani is no less dense. Alright. The speech things. Point of interest. Look, you thieving. Oh, jeez. Wow, that word took me by surprise. Look, you thieving whoreson. I told you this isn't enough. But sir, that cannot be right. I am sure I gave you your change in full. Enough. Hand over my money, or I'll take it by force. The customer is suspicious. My thoughts exactly. Reveal yourself, villain. What in the blazes do you think you're doing? Oh, sorry. Very, very sorry. Oh dear. 1,000 apologies, sir. I gravely miscalculated your change. We should have kept watching. I return what you owed immediately. I beg you your forgiveness. Whoops! We got the wrong guy. Mind you, he was very forceful. I apologize for the disturbance. How dreadfully embarrassing. Well, a hunter doesn't quit after a single arrow misses its mark. Best not to dwell on what's done. Instead, focus on our next course of action. Let's see how things fare on Kugani Dori. Alright. Ooh. New speech things. There, an upgrade talk. Okay, no. Bum, 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 bum. To think that all of this was wrought by mortal hands. Oh wait, I already did this one. That's the same one. Let's see. Can't believe how impossibly vast it is. My jaw dropped when I first saw it. I could hardly fathom where the horizon ended and the sea began. Before arriving in Tulioli, I had imagined the sea to be merely a larger, saltier body of water than the lake back home. There we would race from shore to shore. To attempt the same here, I fear, would have fatal results. Yep, it certainly would. Point of interest. Maybe we have some restraint with this one. Thinking. I'll cut you down where you stand, you leechiest lummox. Maybe we don't have the time to, but... What is going on here? The big bloke yonder allegedly laid his hands on that grizzled fella's woman. Afraid this may come to blows. Calm yourself, man. I have not done what she claims. You dare add insult to injury by calling her a liar? Ignore him. I told you, that pig defiled me. Jesus, cut him down in this instant. There is no truth to her words. Wherefore does she spout such rubbish? Kami, give me strength. Cut the bloody brute down already. She seems pretty aggressive. There's not less than head. Yes, not less than your head shall serve as penance for your crimes. Very well. Let my blade prove my innocence. Yeah, no, she's super suspicious. It's her, right? Yeah. Gotta be. Alright. Was that really necessary? No matter, I was growing weary of this petty farce. It's time I moved on to bigger and better things. Oh no you don't! Oh. Oh, it missed. Oh, that was almost disastrous. Damn, he got away. How odd. My bow is more out of tune than I realized. What did I miss? This. Us finding the culprit and then messing up apprehending them. Is it really you? Oh, thank the Kami you're safe. Found her lying unconscious in a nearby alleyway. She could only vaguely recall being attacked from behind before losing consciousness. So the villain knocked her out before assuming her visage in a ploy to deceive her husband. I fell for the deception like a complete and utter fool. I do not even know how to begin to make amends. There are no amends to be made. You simply acted as any husband would. Due to your involvement, this matter was resolved without bloodshed. I can never remember how to say this. The Shikigami, thank you. It is regrettable, however, that the villain managed to escape. A criminal who can change their shape at will is exceedingly dangerous. Know that the Ishigami will alert the populace to this menace and remain vigilant for any suspicious activity in the city. Let's return to my lodgings. I'd like to go over where we stand with our elusive quarry. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Dun, dun, dun. As predicted, the thief has been using the cocoon's power of mimicry to incite conflict around the city. What he hopes to accomplish by doing so, however, is still unclear. And so long as he has this power, our sole means of tracking him remains the havoc left in his wake. A trying trail for any hunter, but I'm heartened to have a warrior like you beside me as I tread it. We'll catch him together. And when we do, we'll mete out the justice he deserves, Teru. Alright. I think we have to go to the other class because it's level 92. So, the rest of this XP will be wasted, but it's fine. It's easy to level up classes. Good to see you, Teru. For better or worse, I haven't heard any unusual incidents in Kugane since our last altercation with the thief. There may be a reason for that. Do you remember what he claimed he was when he claimed he was moving on to bigger and better things? If we're to catch him, we may have to expand the scope of our search beyond Kugane. Yet he travelled all the way from Toral to this esteemed land for a reason. And I can't imagine he would go too far. Do you know of any other settlements nearby? The Ruby Sea is dotted with settlements. People live out in those waters? But they're so vast. Where would we even begin? Ah, so the Bakufu has an outpost at the Ruby Price? That sounds like the perfect place to start. Let's make our way there and avail ourselves of the soldiers' intel. If anything out of the ordinary has occurred, no doubt they'll be aware of it, shall we? Okay. Probably be fastest. Just go down here. Ba-na-na-na-na. Do 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 do. All right. Well, this is unexpected. What brings you to the Ruby Price? Disputes? Strange, you should ask. Not even a moon ago, the waters of the Ruby Sea were poisoned to turn a sangry shade. Please tell us everything. A Confederate skiff approached the Ruby Price without authorization, and its occupant began hurling insults after insult in an obvious attempt to provoke us. We did not succumb to their provocations, however. After warning the vessel would fire if they drew an ilm closer, they withdrew without a word. However, should they attempt to provoke us again, we will not display the same level of restraint, and the roar of our cannon shall signal their comrade to rally in full force, the waters will flow red. Of that there can be no doubt. Tensions run high. Not like this has ever occurred. I see. Thank you for the information. Might we speak privately? Based on the testimony just now, I gather there's an agreement in these waters that the Confederates are not to draw near the Ruby Price, guarded as it is by Bakufu sentries. If that's the case, then as the soldier stated, I can only conclude that the vessel earlier was attempting to incite a dispute between the two factions, which fits the modulus operandi of our quarry, wouldn't you say? Perhaps it was he who sailed here under the banner of the Confederates. Whatever the case may be, we have nothing but conjecture. We'll need solid evidence before we can alert the soldiers to this threat. I doubt they'll heed our warnings otherwise. First, we need to verify if any members of Confederate actually approach Ruby Price. Do you know where the base of operations can be found? Yeah, it's right there. Sakazuki. Looks like it would be the fastest for us to swim there. Oh, actually, I could just fly there on my mount. No need for swimming. Oh, actually, never mind. Apparently, brought us here anyway. What? Absolutely not. Not a one of my Confederate brothers and sisters would approach the Ruby Price without authorization. Those cowardly Bakufu dogs must have concocted this baseless rumor to get a rise out of us. Can be Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, there's some Sonic glams that people have made in this game. Running around fast. Oh yeah, there's also that. The soldiers at Ruby Price did that, did they? Pardon my language, but that's a load of shite. We have no interest in the Hingan waters. If anything, I've seen their sketch encroaching our territory of late. If you ask me, they're the ones thirsty for blood. There you are, Teru. Listen to what this person has to say. The situation is more grave than we thought. I'm thankful you came. Not a moment too soon. Captain Rasho ain't been acting himself, you see. Normally where he goes, Tasui goes, but not today. He showed up just earlier by his lonesome and ordered us to gather as many heads as able to join him on the Isle of Beko to attend some pressing business. Normally I'd oblige the captain without a moment's hesitation, but I had a feeling something went right, so I asked him what manner of business. We're going to set the Ruby Price ablaze, he says. The bloody Ruby Price. Tried speaking some sense into him, but he weren't of a mind to listen. Walked off saying he has no need of craven bastards like me. Look, I don't know what's gone into the captain, but it can't be anything good. Please go to the Isle of Beko and stop him and me comrades before it's too late. This Rasho acting strangely can't be a coincidence. We need to get to that island, and quickly. Do you know the way? Got it. You don't got a moment to waste. Alright. Where did they go in there? And Ruby Price is there, just closer to this. Like they went further away. Unless, of course, that guy came from over there. They're gathering men from there to come down here. Alright. Hear voices. Then they've gathered up ahead. Alright. Oh. Those scum think they can encroach on our territory and get away with it. I'll be damned if we let them. Tonight we lay siege to the ruby price and seize it for ourselves. But are you sure? If we do this, we won't just be starting a battle, we'll be starting a war. You've been acting strange, Captain. What's gotten into you? Silence. I didn't ask for your bloody opinion. Those lying dogs claimed it was us breaching the agreement. I say we give the bastards what they deserve. You are not welcome here. Be gone if you value your lives. You're not Russia. You saw through my disguise again? Don't tell me you count even the pirate captain among your acquaintances. I do, actually. What are you trying to accomplish? Why incite such conflict wherever you go? Why? Sorry to disappoint you, but contrary to the passage of the Unbound's prattling and freeing the world from tyranny of government, I have no grand designs. I wish merely for everyone to show their true faces. Folk love to put on airs of sophistication and virtue, but push them towards the edge and their masks slipped off to reveal the monsters underneath. They'll go for their neighbor's jugular to save their own skin. You've seen it for yourselves. It's quite the spectacle. Oh no, here we go again. And just straight with this music. Oh, miss again. The name is you. Damn it, the winds are too strong. Syndrome? Maybe. A man of 1,000 faces is a true menace indeed. We'll return to Onokoro forthwith and alert the captain. Rest assured the Confederacy will be keeping a close watch over the Ruby Sea. I don't think for a moment he was an imposter. And the lies he spouted about the Bakufu soldiers were enough to make my blood boil. To think what would have happened had you not been here to stop us. Kami bless you. All he wants is to expose the people's so-called true faces. That he would use the cocoon for such a petty cause. Unthinkable. Let's return to Kagane for the time being. I think she's not a good hunter. And she was only good because she had the cocoon herself. Boom, 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 boom. Damn it! Oh, I can't believe a bastard like that. Ah, forgive me. I found myself more disgusted with that villain each time we see him, and to think all of this is driven by a small-minded spite. From what I could gauge, he didn't fly towards Kagane during his escape. I believe he seeks a new settlement to terrorize. Now the Confederacy and I are acquainted. I'll see if they can't help me sniff out his roost. No doubt where there's smoke, he'll be there stoking the fire. Boon of evolution. And I suppose I'll use this period to tend to my bow. Next time, my arrow will fly true. Somehow, I don't believe that. Who's who? Wonderful, you're here. Ever since the incident in the Ruby Sea, I've kept a line of communication with the Confederacy. And they've just reported something you would be interested to hear. Apparently a man impersonating the distinguished Lord of Doma was recently exposed. One of the Lord's retainers saw through the pretender's facade while he was attempting to stir up trouble in the Doman Enclave. The imposter then reportedly transformed into a hawk and fled. Clearly our quarry now nests in Doma. I'd like to resume our hunt immediately, but I'm not sure where he may go after his failure in the Enclave. Do any locations come to mind? A town in Yannick's called Namai, you say. That sounds promising. The extent of your knowledge is truly remarkable, Teru. Even without further ado, let's make our way there and see if the residents have noticed any unusual activity. Alright. Do some investigating. What level is this quest again? I think there's a 96, 98. Have there been any quarrels of late? Why yes, actually. Just the other day, the two of us were at each other's throats over persimmon. It was only supposed to eat half, but she went and gobbled down the whole thing. Mini quest? It's a side quest. There's one for each class, each job, and role for each role for like DPS, tank, and stuff. So I'm just going through and doing them all. In the end, she purchased this one by way of apology. So I let bygones be bygones. What's that? This isn't the sort of quarrel you're speaking of? Yeah, no. That's a nothing. That's nothing. Trouble? None that I can think of. For a blessing, all has been peaceful. What is... Oh, it's that. No. Okay. By the Kami's grace, a quaint village has not seen strife since the Imperials were ousted. There has been news, however, of a man impersonating Lord Hien at the Enclave. As I am told, Lord Hien voiced intentions to invade Naxia. All present grew worried of the individual. None more so than Lady Yoguri, who saw through the farce immediately. After he was exposed, the villain fled the scene with haste. Unfortunately, efforts to find him have not borne fruit. Up there, okay. None of the residents I spoke with reported anything out of the ordinary. How did you fare? Didn't find anything either. Then it seems the villain is not here. Where might he have gone? Huh? What are you doing here? A friend of yours? Don't hang your head like we're strangers. We just met moments ago. You asked me how to reach the House of the Fierce. Oh, he's impersonating me! Good grief, lass. You're lost, aren't you? I understand your embarrassment, but I'll tell you the way again. Listen closely now. Follow the descending paths leading north out of the village until you see a small pond, and simply dive in and swim. The House of the Fierce will be on the other side. Could he have impersonated you this time? This doesn't bode well. We must hurry. Much obliged, sir. Oh. Probably realized that we have a lot of acquaintances from the last time, and so thought he could do more trouble. Just how far must we swim to reach this place? I dare say my days spent in the lakes back home are about to come in handy. Alright. Oh! That's the name. Teru? My friends, it has come to my attention that the Khan of Azim Steppes' mighty Onara tribe conspires in the shadows to invade Doma. Come now, I don't talk nearly this much, so it can't be me. We must not give them the chance. Invasion would mean all-out war. There's only one solution. Under the cover of darkness, you must assassinate the Khan. Only with his death can this crisis be averted. They grow wary. Perhaps I should observe my targets more carefully. With all due respect, these allegations must be brought before Lord Hien. It is imperative we receive his instruction before acting. That would be playing right into Orone's hands. After all, an imposter disguised as Lord Hien was but recently exposed. An Orone spy, there can be no question. Yet the spy has fled, the whereabouts are known. They could be anyone and anywhere weaving new schemes even as we speak. Decisive action must be taken. That is why I came to you. So the impersonation of Lord Hien was but a part of Orone's grand scheme? But why would those who fought alongside us for Doma's liberation conspire to invade? Forgive me, but you do not seem yourself, Teru. Something isn't right. Because I am desperate, a shadow looms over Doma, and only with your help can I cast away its dark spell. Please lend me your strength. Our honored friend Teru risked life and limb to see Doma free, yet you address her with suspicion and doubt? She says we must act first to prevent greater bloodshed, then we must act. Well, I'm done with the the main story, but yeah. It is true, so I only have side stories to do now. It is true that she has never led us astray. Brothers and sisters, let us join hands with Teru once more to drive back the shadow rising over Doma. What is the meaning of this? It's that infernal Orone spy. Quickly, kill her before she can escape. You sound nothing like me. The charade ends here. It's you. Such persistent vermin. Here we go again. He's gonna go into a hawk. She's gonna attack with it. He's gonna try and shoot him. She's gonna miss. And the poor Namazu's gonna be in the way. Oh! Are you... The problem appears to be your aim, not the bow. Are you are you truly the foremost hunter of your village? Ha! Pathetic. You're nothing like that other girl. What was her name? Ah, yes. Itoka. She was fearsome, that one. Right up until the moment I drove my blade into her back. What is this? Don't tell me you've been masquerading around as Itoka herself? After all, that would make you no better than me. Hiding behind the name of another won't erase the blame you bear for everything that happened. Ooh. Ooh, is she like her sister? That was... I'm sorry. I swear I'll explain everything to you later. But now we should appraise these men and women of the situation. You think he can transform into anyone? Truly fearsome ability. I shall alert Lord Hien to this threat immediately, which assured that all of Doma will be on alert. I was completely fooled. I have no words to express my shame. Upon speaking with you again, I realized that though the imposter assumed your guise, he had neither your spirit nor your grace. Forgive me. I will not fall for such a farce again. Yeah, you do well not to. All right. Might I have a word? The man impersonating you earlier, I recognize his face anywhere, without a doubt. He is Samidare, a childhood friend. You know him? Please, you must tell us everything. I've known Samidare nearly my entire life. We learned the shinobi arts together, you see. Roughly 25 years ago, we engaged in our first battle as Proud Ninja, defending Doma against the Imperial's invasion. With every fiber in our body, we met their mighty magic tech with nimble ninjutsu. As if moved by our resolve, the mighty auspice of the Guardian of Doma, Tamamo Gozen, appeared on the field of battle to aid our cause. Yet our efforts were for naught. The Empire's might fell upon Doma like a hammer, and we were crushed beneath the overwhelming force. The occupation began soon thereafter, and so too did my work from the shadows. While I devoted myself to resisting the Empire in secret, Samidare was conscripted to their army and forced to become an Imperial spy. I understand he served them well, fanning the flames of war in faraway lands through rumor and manipulation. Indeed, as far back as I can recall, Samidare has ever excelled in the skill of subterfuge. It was only after the prisoner exchange that he returned to Doma at long last, but he was a changed man. He could find no joy or solace in the peace he once fought to secure for our nation. Instead, he sought to disrupt it. War has taught me the truth of this world. Civilry is but a facade to hide a man's savagery. I'll prove it here in Dare Doma. The fool I am, I thought he was jesting. Only later, when I discovered the web of lies he'd spun to turn folk against one another, did I realize he meant every word. I tried to confront him, but he fled Doma before I had the chance. Nevertheless, I searched his home afterwards and discovered a missive from an organization called the Passage of the Unbound. I have it here with me. Dear illustrious Samadare, we extend our deepest gratitude for your interest in joining the Passage of the Unbound. With each passing day, our secret order draws closer to its goals, and we shall require exceptional talent for what lies ahead. Bearing these needs in mind, we have decided to welcome you into the fold. Celebrate the start of an auspicious future together. We invite you to meet your colleagues in Tulioli, and have enclosed your ticket within. Exceptional talent? Exceptional egos? More like? This Passage of the Unbound kept a watchful eye on nations far and wide to recruit cutthroats like Samadare, who only follow their own desires. Upon his arrival in Toral, Samadare's ambitions guided him to my home, where he stole the Dreamweave cocoon and set out to use it for his own twisted ends. I'm afraid that appears to be the way of it. In all likelihood, it is the Passage of the Unbound which alerted him to the Dreamweave's cocoon's existence. Today, Samadare attempted to incite war between Doma and the Azim Steppe by wearing the face of our dearest ally, you. Your timely appearance prevented the worst from happening, but so long as he can alter his form and face at will, who can say what tomorrow may bring? His years as a secret operative have made him a master at reading people. Should he decide to study his target before taking their form, I fear his schemes may not be discovered until it's already too late. Please be careful, and may the Kami bless and keep you. Yeah, why isn't he doing that to begin with? He would have so much more success. Attempting to find Samadare now would be a fruitless endeavor. It could be any bird in the sky, or any beast roaming the wild. Let us return to Kagane. I'll reveal everything to you there, I promise. I think I already got it all figured out. You're Itoka's sister, and you've taken her name after she died. And you're not letting anyone know. Same thing with Yida. Same story and situation. I'm grateful for your help today. Once again, I let our prey slip away. The only silver lining is that we know who he is now. But more importantly, I apologize for deceiving you. As Samadare said, I'm not the greatest hunter of my home. I'm not Itoka. I'm Kiwi. I hail from the same village as Itoka, and I too am a hunter, but only in name. You've seen my aim for yourself. Yet most shameful of all is that it's my fault the Dreamweave cocoon was stolen. Normally it is enshrined in the deepest recesses of our home. Only Itoka had leave to wield it. The forest provides shelter and sustenance to many, and not all we share its bounty with are friendly. When great beasts threaten our home, the cocoon's power may be used to protect our lives. Yet I used it for my own foolish desires. I couldn't take it anymore. I was a hunter, yet I could barely catch prey large enough to feed myself. I was forced to wash clothes, prepare meals, and tune bows. Just once I wanted to be acknowledged. I wanted to feel pride. So I used the cocoon's power to transform myself into Itoka. With her dexterity and finesse, I finally caught prey befitting a true hunter. And as I carried the prize home, he appeared. I found him collapsed in the middle of a beaten path. I never had reason to mistrust someone before, so I approached to nurse his wounds. Yet the moment I drew close, he knocked the cocoon from my grasp and struck me unconscious. It was long gone by the time I awoke. I confessed my sin to the village elder, and in her boundless grace she forgave me. But I could not forgive myself. I left home that very eve in secret to pursue the thief all the way to Kugane. After several days of fruitless scouring the city, who should I see but Itoka? As our most exceptional hunter, it came as no surprise that Elder had charged her with recovering the cocoon. Okay, so she took the name because I approached and said her name. Okay. Okay, she looks very different. She was astonished to see me, of course. I had told no one of my actions. I feared she would send me home, but when I expressed to her my shame, my anger, she consoled me and told me we would find the cocoon together. And I was certain we would, until the day the duplicitous bastard killed her. You soon appeared after her passing. I thought with someone as strong as you at my side, maybe, just maybe I could avenge her. So I lied. Like Samedea said, I'm no better than he is. I'm an imposter. My desire to reclaim the cocoon is every bit as strong as Itoka's was. I am so sorry for lying to you, Teru. I hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me. Continue to aid me in reclaiming the Dreamweave cocoon. Thank you for telling me to call. I have my suspicions, but I also have faith in you. Being rewarded. How could I say no? Thank you for telling me the truth. Of course I'll help. Thank you. I know with you at my side, I can keep my promise to Itoka. For now, I remain vigilant for any news regarding conflict in the region. Please do pay me a visit when you find a moment to spare. I'm counting on you. I'll pay you a visit right now. Right now. Considered prey. Teru, I'm so relieved to see you. I thought you might resent me for lying to you. That you might refuse to lend me your help again. I'd certainly be hard pressed to reclaim the cocoon alone in this foreign land. I truly meant what I said before. I'm counting on you. Though I'm ashamed to admit it. When I first arrived here, I was nearly swindled out of an heirloom by a talking catfish. The Namazu. I'll be scouring the city for a shop to pawn my choker so I could secure a room and board, you see. When a catfish approached me claiming it would buy the necklace for a fair price, offered me a handful of coins that glittered like gold. I was about to accept the offer when the choker appeared. In mere moments she discerned that the catfish currency was counterfeit and ended the transaction then and there. She dragged me to the markets afterwards and poured her own necklace to secure lodgings for both of us. From the moment she arrived, Itoka took care of everything. What I'm trying to say is, I can't do this on my own. I'm reckless and impulsive, and I'm just really glad to have you by my side. Been some time, my friends. Pray forgive my sudden visit, but I come bearing urgent tidings. Ah, we spoke with you at the House of Fairs. What brings you all this way? I was able to make contact with Samedea. I told him I was willing to make amends and join my oldest friends in exposing the lies in people's hearts. He responded most eagerly and bade me to meet him in secret. Stand up at a trap. Wait, really? Did you say where? Aye, how's Lid? I had a mind to lay an ambush for him, but not knowing the extent of the power he wields, thought it best to seek help. So I came here to beg your aid, Teru. Your strength and valor are unequaled, and we cannot apprehend Samadir without you. We may never get another chance to catch him unawares like this. There's no time to lose. Was this or is this him disguised? And it's a double bait, a double trap. But wait, forgive me for speaking plain, Huntress. But I fear we would only be a hindrance to Teru when the fighting begins. Let us go to How's Lid by skiff and meet her after the villain is subdued. Oh, I take your point. You're right. Without us there to distract her, Teru can focus wholeheartedly on the battle. Sorry, would you mind going it alone? Oh no! This is a double bluff, and he is gonna capture her and keep her a hostage. We'll be there as soon as we can. Oh, that's 100% it. And because they were childhood friends, he knew how to pretend to be him. Again, I might as well go this way. Da 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 da. All right. See no sign of Samadir. Perhaps as they is further ahead. No sign of Samadir, but feel an unsettling presence. Ojin. What are they doing here? This one would probably be a cutscene. I mean, there's nowhere to be found. There's aught to do but await for your companion's arrival. Of course, it'll be a cutscene. Be Samadir approaching her, the hostage. Hey, you alright? Oh no, it's him disguised as her. So he knocked her out or has her hostage and then disguises her to then try and manipulate me. It came as soon as oh, is the battle over already? Where's Samadir? I was attacked, but not by Samadir. What? So this was a trap? Wait, over there. Ugh. Get wrecked. No way I would have fell for that though. Thank goodness I made it. After all that time I spent in the old Kojin cell, convincing his underlings to attack you, my blade was mere ilms from the skin of your back, alas. A meticulous plan gone to waste. Seems I underestimated your strength and failed the huntress' tenacity. I dare say, I'm outmatched, and no common beasts I might mimic can stand against you. I must contemplate your deaths with more care, more rigor. Look forward to our next meeting. Are you gonna shoot? Oh. Forgive me. Needed to catch my breath. Samade's friend was the villain himself. As soon as the skiff made it to the open sea, he threw me overboard. I damn near had to swim like a fish to make it here in time. Well, I feel like he could have easily done more and apprehended her better than just pushing her overboard. He's made me into a fool again. He waylaid me before using a similar ruse. By the time I figured out what was what, Atoka was already. I always wondered how a craven like Samade was able to kill her. The greatest hunter, and now I know. When Atoka felt the blade in her back and she turned to see the face of her killer, she saw me. I'm glad I was able to prevent history from repeating itself. I don't want to lose you too. We should return to Kugane. Samade may have planted more than one trap for us here. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. Let us return. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Dun, 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 dun. I feared the worst as I rushed to reach you. The moment Samade was in sight, I charged without thinking, which, in retrospect, was probably for the best. Had I tried to shoot him from afar with my bow, I might have missed, or worse yet, hit you instead. In any case, I'm just relieved you're safe. I promise to be more wary from now on, particularly of familiar faces. It hardly needs saying, but remember to keep your guard up as well. For now, I'll assume my efforts to gather information about Samade's whereabouts. You'll be the first to know once I have a lead. Imposter syndrome. Do more quests. Good to see you, Teru. Should I say Samade? There's only one way to be sure. I need you to tell me something only you and I would know. Why don't you just hit me with the potion that deforms? When I used the cocoon to take Atoka's form, what creature did I hunt? You never told me. It's really you. Phew, that's a relief. Indeed. I never told you that my arrow struck a great wild boar. Prize for any hunter. Samade is the only one who ever saw it. Sorry for doubting you, but I think I can think of no better way to expose him if he had attempted to impersonate you again. I have to remain vigilant. After all, even though no news of his plots has reached me of late, from here Yannick's people are on alert for a many-faced agitator within their midst, and not even a stray cat is beyond scrutiny, or Samadea can no longer act so brazenly. I'm afraid this means his trail's gone cold. We also have another problem. When he pushed me into the Ruby Sea, the remedy I carried was soaked in salt water. I'm afraid it's no longer effective. Okay, that explains why she didn't use it. No doubt his plan from the start was to eliminate the one means we had of undoing the cocoon's mimicry. We had a disadvantage too great to ignore, which is why I intend to synthesize a new batch. I was just about to go procure the necessary ingredients from a supplier when you arrived. Why didn't you join me? Cool. And I can learn the recipe. Dun 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 dun. It. Bum bum bum. I've never heard of such materials. Where are they found? Deep in the forest of Dawntrail, a land beyond the Great Sea, far, far to the west of here. Dawntrail? I'm afraid my supply chain does not extend quite that far. Yeah, I could have seen that happening. Feared as much. It doesn't help that the materials can only be harvested when the season is right. Even were I to return home now, I doubt I could find what we need. No choice but to give up on the remedy. I'm sorry. Now we're at the mercy of Samadea's cunning. Hello there. Tell me, have you any salves that might ease my aching back? Sir, this isn't the apothecary. Where are your spectacles? Oh, yes, how could I forget? Ah, much better. Huh. Sometimes I forget that I'm as blind as a bat without these. Forgive me, Shirokasi. Excuse me. But do those bits of glass covering your eyes help you see better? Oh my god, she needs glasses! That's why she's been missing this whole time. She literally needs glasses. Well, yes. Are you unfamiliar with spectacles? I've seen folk wearing them before, but I always thought they were decorative, like my choker. Tell me, where can I procure a pair of my own? Yambuki is your man. He has a breadth of artisan contacts to ensure you receive a pair fine-tuned to your specifications. You'll find his shop on this very street. I'll look for him. Thank you. I can't believe that's the reason. I'm sorry, you must be completely bewildered. I thought a failure of a hunter like me would never be able to aid you in your battle, but I've just come to realize this. Hope yet. But let's not crowd the stall any longer. Care to join me over there? Ever since I was a child, I've had trouble seeing things from afar. That's why my aim with the bow is so poor. I'm not fit to be a hunter. Never was. It's only natural that chores like washing sheets and preparing meals fell to me. But I always yearned to do more. To be more. I've looked up to Toka ever since I can remember. No matter how hard I tried, I simply couldn't give up on my dream. I had to be just like her. So I begged her to teach me everything she knew, from the basics of drawing a bow to precise aiming techniques that few hunters use. Yet despite all her efforts, my sight failed me where it counted most. All my life, I thought this was simply how nature intended for me to be. I was content to accept my lot. But now that I know spectacles may improve my eyesight, I feel hope. If I could just try them, mayhap my arrows would fire true. I could join you in battle and maybe even strike down Samadir with my own arrow. We may have lost the remedy, but this would give us an element of surprise. So I have to try on spectacles for myself. Frickin' this. Bot again. Bot message. Alright, let's go meet this Yamabuki. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Pair of spectacles, is it? I can certainly get your order in the pipeline, but I'm afraid there'll be a wait. I'm fresh out of supplies. Next shipment isn't due for a number of weeks. Of course, if you're in a rush, you could roll up your sleeves and get the materials yourself. All you need is a glossy shell of an Azura Hawk spill and a cluster of Aurelian quartz. Bring them here and my affiliates can begin work immediately. Who knows what schemes Samadir might contrive should we let down our chase for weeks. Would you be willing to lend me a hand with procuring the materials? If we split up, we should be able to gather them in a blink of an eye. Yep, sure. Quite the eager pair, I see. In that case, I dare say you'll be able to negotiate with the blue Kojin for the carapace of splendid quality. I shall visit Tamaramuzi during my investigations in the Ruby Sea. I'll handle the shell. That leaves you with the Aurelian quartz. Pray look for a cavern near Shoal Rock in the Ruby Sea. Sprinkle some glittering gravel to lure a shoal and Iwamamushi from its lair, and retrieve the cluster from its shell. Alright. Let's meet back here when we're finished. Alright, I'm gonna be right back for 2 secs. Alright. Oh. We're back. Get rid of that message. Okay. Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. Destination. Use the glittering gravel. Right here. All right. Back we go. Easy. Ah, so you're the first to return. I trust you have quartz in hand. Boom, 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 boom. Excellent. This will make a fine pair of lenses. Now we need only wait for your friend. I'm back. Ooh. Actually exhausted. Sorry, didn't mean to alarm you like that. Spoke the Kojin of the Blue as planned, but soon learned that the Hawksbill shells have been sparse of late. They're reluctant to part with a single one. I was able to wear them down though, till they proposed an exchange. If I dealt with the red Kojin who'd invaded their fishing grounds, their spare shell. I knew my bow would be useless, so I took a leaf out of Tirio's book and fought him up close and personal. As you can see, I took quite the beating, but so did they. I may be a little worse for wear, but the trouble was worth it. I have the shell as promised, and with it, your associates can get started. Indeed they can! Let us first measure your eyesight, and then they can get to work. Alright. Let's see how she looks in glasses. This is incredible. Everything is so vivid. Why, I'm sure I could hit a bird over the horizon. Come, Teru. I want to fire some test shots at the sign over there. Hold on. You seem like a fine way to earn the ear of the Shishigami. I'll prepare some targets for you. So let's move somewhere less crowded. Of course, thank you for going to the trouble. Alright. Alright. Let's see how you do with glasses. Oh, bullseye. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. Oh. Not quite dead center. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh, nice. I did it! I really did it! After all these years, my aim is true. When we find Samadere, he won't know what hit him. Alright. I don't know if I can properly describe this feeling to you. After so long, I don't feel like someone pretending to be a hunter. Finally, I don't feel like a burden. As soon as I catch even a whiff of Samadere's trail, we will stop him for good. When that moment arrives, please lend me your strength for one last time. Together, we will retrieve the cocoon and return to my village. Last quest! Let's go! Your timing could not have been more impeccable, Teru. A person claiming to be an acquaintance of yours stopped by just moments ago, wishing to have a word about Samadere, no less. They're presently waiting in my room, so give me a moment and I'll bring them here. Oh! It's Serena. You look well, Teru. Forgive me for eschewing pleasantries, but there is an urgent matter I wish to discuss. When we first met in Reunion, what did you purchase at the market? Kinsai, as I recall. I had insufficient funds to purchase it myself, so you helped me gather the Whisper route to trade for it instead. It would seem you too have grown wary of imposters. Then we can proceed straight into the heart of the matter. You appeared in Mo Io a few days ago, claiming Hien had been driven to madness, that he was assembling an army in Doma with plans to conquer the Azim Steppe. For a blessing, we had already received word from a Doman envoy that an agitator was mimicking others, and saw the ruse for what it was. Unfortunately, when we attempted to capture them, the imposter transformed into a sheep disappeared among the bands grazing on the plains. When I informed our friends in Doma of the incident, I was told you have been using Kugane as a base to track down the perpetrator, and I thought it best I apprise you of this happening. Samadere, he won't relent. His schemes won't end till we make them end. You may discover a clue as to his whereabouts in Reunion. If anyone in the steppe has seen him, that is where they will be. Now, I must alert the other tribes to this threat. May the winds speed your way. Off to the Azim Steppe then. With any luck, someone in Reunion will have insight to offer. Da 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 da. Again, some info, and then finally a solo instance. That should be the quest done. Also, I just realized that I got a bunch of materia to extract. Right. Conflict, not besides the normal quarrels between tribes, certainly no disputes on the scale you speak of. But I have heard rumors that Magni has been sneaking out from the Dawn Throne. Where could he be going, and to do what, I wonder? Someone up to trouble? A quarrel among the tribes is as common as the rising sun. Not a day goes by without it. Now, if you will excuse me, I have goods to sell. Kindly continue your quarries elsewhere. Conflict is forbidden in Reunion. This is known. As for my tribe, all is at peace. Heard rumors of interest, however. It seems Magni of the Orane has been behaving strangely of late. Perhaps that is related to the matter you are investigating. Maybe he's find his the wife he's been searching all this time. Were you able to learn anything of interest? I've also heard rumors pertaining to this Magni. One person even said they saw him headed towards a place called Bardam's Metal not long ago. Mayhap his is the form of Samadir has chosen to take on. Whatever this case may be, we'll find an answer at Bardam's Metal. We can't allow Samadir's depravities to go on any longer. Steel yourself, for when next we face him, we're putting an end to this, all of this. Oh, here we go. Good, you're ready. Once the battle begins, there's no telling which form Samadir might take. An eminent warrior, a fearsome beast, or worse. He's also shown more scrupulous behavior in the preparations of late. Whatever his form, we would do best to assume that he has thoroughly studied its strengths and will use them to full effect. Yet, I am not the feeble hunter I was before. Together with your martial might and my exacting eye, we will defeat him. At long last, Atoka shall have her vengeance, and my village shall see the cocoon returned. Proceed. Let's do this! Oh. Magni. And that's definitely Samadir disguise. As a, there's no way. There's no way Sadu is like that. My beautiful bright sun. I would bask in your warmth till my flesh returns to the earth. Has the feral dog gone rabid? You speak these honeyed words to lure me into your cot, only to slit my throat as I sleep. Hush, fool. I am your Nama. Though we've had our disagreements in the past, I've come to understand my actions were born of love. Yet only now that I am forced to wed do I realize this. Despite my shame, I wish to confess my feelings before it's too late. Wed? A Dothraki beast like you? To whom? To what? Heir of Doma. By becoming kin, he seeks to leverage the influence of the Dothral to claim dominion over the steep. The Doman knows no shame. Very well. I will consider your proposal, far-fetched though it may be. I cannot overlook the possibility that you are my Nama. But first, we must gather our warriors. Doman's impudence cannot go unpunished. We march for Doma come morrow's dawn. That is not your moon. That's not Sadu. Ooh, what are you doing here? Is it not obvious? They are spies of Doma, come to quash any thought of resistance. You must kill them quickly. But she is the Kagan. Oh. You two are quite the persistent pair. I had hoped to strike at your backs from the shadows, but now you force my hand. I will select from my repertoire the greatest warriors I have witnessed, and use their strength to give you the death you so crave. Unveil and silver tongue, Samadare. Beginning with her. Oh. How dare you! When my arrow pierces your breast, Itoka will finally know peace. Alright. Let's go. How nice of them to leave an empty spot. Also nice that they give a full circle so you don't need to worry about positionals. Dun 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 dun. Why do they have animals helping? Boom, 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 boom. I realize I messed up slightly here. Oh well. Oh, he switched. I didn't even realize he switched. Do. Boom, 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 boom. I changed into this. Boom, boom, boom. Arm sync? Or too late? Oh my god. Get up. Don't run out of time. Oh my god. Oh no, we should have this. This is fine. Easy. Get wrecked. No, no! Gonna try and get away as a bird. Not this time. Oh. That face. Oh. Through the wing. Yeah, you did it. Toka, it's finally done. What am I doing here? Feels as though I've just woken from the strangest dream. Well, you see, this cowardly cur assaulted you from behind and knocked you unconscious. You have sown the sun disgrace this day. You will feel his scorn impressed upon your flesh. You shall forget the warmth of his radiance. In the shadows you will scream, yet none will hear. Prepare yourself. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is happening? What is this, Hildebrand? Death would have been too good a fate for him. He deserves to spend the rest of his days feeling the weight of his crimes. Now, we've honored Atoka's memory and reclaimed the cocoon. No words can express my gratitude, Teru. I can finally go home, but my community awaits our foremost hunter's triumph return. What expression will come over their faces when the village disgrace arrives instead? I don't know if I can bear to see. Oh. God, that's the music here. Our journey to reclaim the Dreamweave cocoon has come to an end at long last. Would that I could return home in high spirits. As I recall, you said Shashapi is the one who requested your help, yes? Let us journey back to Tulioli and report to her all that has happened. And we've come to an end. That was... the DPS quests. Bum 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 bum. You're back. Were you able to retrieve the Dreamweave cocoon? The Toka isn't with you? Kuyuki, thank goodness you're alive. Oh. May her soul rest in the cocoon's embrace. Can't believe Atoka is gone. Yes, our village greatest hunter's lost to us. Well, it's the greatest failure that survives. Here, take the cocoon back to where it belongs. Home. I have no right to it. Don't be ridiculous. You are a child of the forest. You are our dear sister. You can always come home. The entire village has been worried sick about you. We all saw how crestfallen you were. So when you suddenly disappeared, we feared you took your life. For 3 days and 3 nights we scoured the land and water to find you. Yet look at you now, Kiwi. Not only are you hale and whole, but you have reclaimed the cocoon too. I'm sure that Atoka's spirit, hunting in the forests above, is smiling down at you with pride. And she would much rather you take up her mantle and protect the village than wallow in her guilt over her death. Nothing escapes your gazes now, after all. Isn't that right? Thank you, Shashipa. It's settled. You will return home with me, and finally our village can breathe a sigh of relief. And it would be remiss of me not to thank you properly, Teru, for assisting Kiriyuki in reclaiming the Dreamweave cocoon. You have my heartfelt gratitude. I was a little more than a liar and a hypocrite when we first met, but during our time together, I discovered that I'm so much more than that. That, with the right tools, even I could become a hunter worthy of following in Toka's footsteps. I'm truly grateful for your help, for helping me see that. Farewell now, Teru. Hope that one day our paths may cross again. Yeah, probably will in the master role quest. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Dun, dun, dun. Complete with a bunch of material. Alright, that's the melee DPS role quest done. Got 3 more to go do. But with that, there's no more streams tonight. That'll be the end of the stream tonight. There's not going to be a stream tomorrow. I'll be taking a break, but my next stream will be on Thursday. We'll be jumping back into Master Duel, so look forward to that. But with all, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye bye.